and the antediluvians will make for themselves an empire of blood. They will rule with iron talons. They will wrench the hearts of all still alive. And the full sum of the earth's living will come and live in the last city, called Gehenna. This is a fragment of the Book of Nod that introduces us to the new set called Echoes of Gehenna from Black Chantry Productions. This set is a fixed assortment of 54 cards to add to our vampire collection. It focuses on the Gehenna events cards, presenting incidents that, according to the vampire mythology, signals the end of the world. Included are also a number of previously scarce vampires and other powerful cards. Alicia Cortez is the chosen picture for the cover of this set, where we can see a notice saying advanced level in red. At the back we can find information about the copyrights and the companies that import the product. Not a really good printing, but who cares? It's part of the plastic that is going to the trash. Can't wait to open it. Let's do it. On the back of the cover, we find the image of the Anarch Convert that we can use as an Anarch counter. Let's see the vampires. The first one is Joseph Fischer, a gangrel anti-tribu with superior protean, capacity 3, and his Anarch. We have 5 copies of him. 5 copies of Styles Margs, a gangrel anti-tribu with superior protean and celerity, basic animalism. It's a Sabbat vampire of capacity 5 that has a disadvantage. When a Bloodhound referendum is called on him, it gets +2 votes. Alabástrom, gargoyle with superior visceratic and potence, inferior fortitude, celerity and auspex. Is Anarch with flight, capacity 7, and the ability is that he can unlock another gargoyle during your turn, 5 copies. Alicia Cortez La Sombra, capacity 8, superior obteneration, dominate and celerity, is Prince of Tampa, and after she performs a successful direct action, she can discard a political action card to lock a younger vampire controlled by the target Methuselah. 5 copies. Apolonia Czarnecki, Malkavian with superior obfuscate, lamentation and auspex, inferior presence, Camarilla. Capacity 7, Apolonia can steal 1 blood from a younger vampire as a direct action, 5 more copies. Aisha az-Zahra, Toreador with superior presence, celerity and auspex, inferior quietus and obfuscate. Is Anarch with capacity 9 +1 bleed, and during the political step of any referendum, Aisha can burn 1 blood to get +1 vote for each ready Anarch you control. 5 copies. Absimiliard's army is a Gehenna that requires 1 or more other Gehennas in play. It's not replaced until a Methuselah is ousted, and if a Methuselah is ousted, this card is burned. During each Methuselah unlock phase, that Methuselah can put the top card of his library in play to represent an ally ghoul with 2 life, 2 strength and 1 bleed. After that ally is burned or this event leaves place, remove that ally from the game. Blood Trade, Gehenna, burn all boons. No more boons can be put in play. During each Methuselah's unlock phase, that Methuselah can move 1 blood from a vampire they control to a vampire controlled by another Methuselah. Blood Weakens, Gehenna, do not replace until a vampire commits diablerie. Cards minions placed requiring any disciplines are not replaced until the end of the current action or until the Methuselah's hand is empty, whichever comes first. Vampires who commit diablerie ignore this effect until a Gehenna card is played. Conquest of Humanity, Gehenna, requires 2 or more other Gehennas in play. Do not replace until your next discard phase. During each Methuselah unlocks phase, that Methuselah can choose a location controlled by their prey. The chosen location is burned unless its controller burns to pull. Fall of the Camarilla, Gehenna, requires 3 or more other Gehenna events in play. Do not replace as long as this card is in play. There is no Camarilla. Instead, Camarilla vampires are considered independent. Fall of the Sabbat, Gehenna, requires 3 or more other Gehenna events in play. Not usable if a ready vampire is Black Hand. Do not replace as long as this card is in play. There is no Sabbat. Instead, Sabbat vampires are considered independent. FBI Special Affairs Division, Government. If an ally is burned in combat with an active vampire, add 1 counter to this card and inflict 2 unpreventable environmental damage on the acting vampire after combat ends. If this card has 4 counters, burn it. Fish Take Boston. +1 stealth action, requires an anarch with capacity 5 or more. It's a title. Put this card on this anarch to represent the unique anarch title of Baron of Boston. While this anarch is Toreador or Toreador Antitribu, they get +1 vote during referendums they call. Vampires can call a referendum to burn this card as a +1 stealth political action. During that referendum, non-anarch titles worth +1 vote. Fee Stake New York. +1 stealth action. Requires an anarch with capacity 5 or more. It's a title. Put this card on this anarch to represent the unique anarch title of Baron of New York. While this anarch is Bruja or Bruja Antitribu, they get +1 vote during referendums they call. Vampires can call a referendum to burn this card as a +1 stealth political action. During that referendum, non-anarch titles are worth +1 vote. Fee Stake Seattle. +1 stealth action requires an anarch with capacity 5 or more. It's a title. Put this card on this anarch to represent the unique anarch title of Baron of Seattle. While this anarch is Gangrel or Gangrel Antitribu, they get +1 vote during referendums they call. Vampires can call a referendum to burn this card as a +1 stealth political action. During that referendum, non-anarch titles are worth +1 vote. The fourth cycle requires 2 or more Gehenna events in play. After this card enters play, burn all Gehenna events and conviction cards. Then send all vampires with capacity 3 or less to torpor. Gehenna events cannot be played. Fueled by Heart's Blood. Gehenna. Do not replace until a vampire commits diablerie. This card comes into play with 10 counters. After another Gehenna event is played, burn 1 counter from this card. Blood Hands cannot be called on vampires with capacity greater than the number of counters on that card, who diablerize a younger vampire. Narrow Minds. Iconu. Do not replace until your next unlock phase. Minion cards that change the target of a bleed action cost +1 blood or life. The New Inquisition. Gehenna. Requires 1 or more other Gehenna events in play. Do not replace until a title vampire goes to torpor. During each Methuselah's unlock phase, that Methuselah can choose a ready vampire controlled by their prey. The chosen vampire takes 1 unpreventable environmental damage. Title vampires can call a referendum to burn this card as a +1 stealth political action. Nightmares upon Nightmares. Gehenna. Do not replace until your next discard phase. During each Methuselah's unlock phase, for each minion they control, they lock that minion unless they discard a card. Cards discarded this way are not replaced until the master phase. Mortal allies and vampires with capacity greater than the number of Gehenna events in play ignore this effect. The Parthenon. Unique location. During your master phase, you can lock this card to get +1 master phase action. Recall to the Founder. Gehenna. Requires 2 or more other Gehenna's events in play. Do not replace as long as this card is in play. During each Methuselah's unlock phase, if that Methuselah controls 3 or more vampires of the same clan, they burn 1 of those vampires. If that vampire's capacity is 6 or more, that Methuselah ignores this effect until the end of the game. Restricted Vitae. Gehenna. Do not replace until a vampire successfully hunts. Vampires cannot hunt unless they mass hunt. Vampires who mass hunt can steal 1 blood from a younger vampire as a direct hunt action. Rise of the Nephtali. Gehenna. Requires 1 or more other Gehenna events in play. Do not replace until a vampire becomes Liaison. Independent vampires can receive the unique independent title of Liaison, worth 4 votes. As an action, if this title would be contested with a younger vampire, the younger vampire immediately yells instead of contesting. The Slow Withering. Gehenna. Requires 1 or more other Gehenna events in play. Do not replace until a vampire commits diablerie. Cards requiring any disciplines at the superior level cost +1 blood. Vampires who commit diablerie ignore this effect until a Gehenna event is played. Thirst. Gehenna. After each Methuselah's minion phase ends, each ready vampire controlled by that Methuselah with capacity less than the number of Gehenna's events in play who did not hunt during this minion phase burns 1 blood. Torpid Blood. Gehenna. Do not replace until a vampire moves from torpor to the ready region. Actions performed by vampires in torpor cost +1 blood. Rescuing another vampire from torpor cost +1 blood. The Uncoiling. Do not replace as long as this card is in play. During your discard phase, burn another event at random. Other Methuselahs can use a discard phase action and burn X pool To burn this card, where X is the number of other events in play. Wormwood. Gehenna. Requires one or more other Gehenna events in play. Do not replace until your next discard phase. This card comes into play with 10 counters. After another Gehenna event is played, burn one counter from this card. Vampires with capacity greater than X are considered vampires with capacity X, minimum of 1, where X is the number of counters on this card. And this is the end of the unboxing. Please don't forget to subscribe, hit hard the like button, and activate the bell to receive the notifications of new videos. See you in the next one!